Good day, everyone. Our group name is Grow a Garden, and the industry that we chose is agriculture.
So let's go on to the first question is what kind of data is collected in the sector? So the first question is what kind of data is collected in the sector? So in the agriculture industry, data collection is based on farming activities. So let's look at the examples. The first one is crop health. Dito, importante na makapag-gather tayo ng data about sa condition ng crops kasi yung mga crops ng mga farmers, para ma-ensure na healthy sila at in good quality. The second one is soil conditions. So yung mga lupa na tinataniman natin ng mga crops, ay ina-assess din natin ang condition nila. So, importante din na mag-gather natin tong data. Kasi kapag hindi healthy yung soil, hindi tutubo na maayos yung mga crops. Kaya importante na makolekt tong data. So, the third one is weather patterns. So, importante din na nagko-collect tayo ng data on the condition of the weathers, especially kapag nasa agriculture industry ka. Kasi dito natin ma-analyze kung anong crops ba ang kailangan itanim or hindi itanim. Kaya importante na makuha natin to at ma-interpret. So the last one is farming practices. So dito, kinukuha din natin yung mga farming activities ng mga farmers, basically, para ma-analyze natin and ma-interpret kung anong mga parts ang kailangan i-improve, kung anong mga methods ang kailangan hindi gawin or dapat gawin para mas lalong mag-thrive yung farm nila. So, ayun lang sa first question. So, number two, how is this data stored and managed in a database? So, in the agriculture industry, they're commonly using cloud software as for their database. So, nowadays, popular na yung paggamit ng cloud software. We're in an era where online database are commonly used. So in here, it used to improve statistics and allow for better analyzation and interpretation. So ang cloud software database din ay nag-o-offer ng pag-monitor sa mga crops and livestock condition. So tignan natin kung paano to nasa-store. So may tinatawag tayo na Internet of Things, also known as IoT. So isa siyang hardware na ginagamit for home appliances and industrial tools. So one thing about Internet of Things is nakakonect siya sa internet para mag-gather and mag-retrieve ng data. So nakasabi dito na it is connected to the internet to collect and exchange data. So in this sense, useful siya sa agriculture industry kasi nagagamit siya to monitor real-time data. So yung mga crops, mga livestock sa farm, na-monitor siya, nakikita yung condition nila. So let's look at the examples of Internet of Things. So the first one is remote sensors. So may ability to na mag-collect ng specific data like soil moisture and air temperature. So itong mga data na to, nasisend nga siya sa cloud-based software database. So the second one is remote cameras. Itong device na to, program siya na makapag-send ng images and even videos sa isang server. So dito, mamomonitor natin kung ano ba yung mga conditions ng mga crops and livestock. So the last one is remote satellite imagery. Now, in a sense, parehas din siya sa remote camera. But the difference here is that minomonitor niya yung farms from afar, like malawak na fields. So, in this way, ma-identify natin yung mga issues sa mga iba't ibang fields or multiple fields, making this very efficient. So, ayun yung question number two.
Question number three. How do the organizations transform raw data into meaningful information? Organizations follow four main steps to turn raw data into useful information. First is we have data collection, where tools like sensors and weather stations gather information on soil, moisture, soil pH, temperature, and weather. For the second step, we have data cleaning and processing, which involves checking the data for accuracy by removing errors, duplicates, and missing values. This step also standardizes the information so it's consistent and easier to analyze. Without this, the data may lead to false or unreliable results. And for the last step, we have data analysis and interpretation. This is where the cleaned data is examined to generate insights about past, current, and future crop conditions. Finally, these insights will help agricultural planning, yield forecasting, supply chain management, and sustainability practices.
Number four, what problems does database-driven information solve in this sector? First is inaccuracy and human error. Instead of relying on manual records, databases automate this through sensors, GPS, and farming equipment to make records more accurate. Second, scattered and unorganized data. Rather than having information spread across notebooks or spreadsheets, the database keeps everything, like soil readings or two crop images, in an accessible place. Third is resource waste. Organized data helps farmers make precise decisions that can save resources, which reduce costs. Fourth, supply chain inefficiency. Databases help forecast yields and track inventory, so farmers can easily match supply with demand and reduce waste. Fifth is knowledge sharing and collaboration. Databases allow sharing of information like pest outbreaks or weather alerts across farmers, researchers, and agencies. Number five, provide one real company app service as a case study where databases are vital. Mayani is a digital farm-to-market platform in the Philippines that connects small farmers directly with consumers, restaurants, and businesses. What makes it what makes it effective is how it uses its database to manage important agricultural information, such as crop availability, harvest schedules, farm profiles, and supply and demand data. By organizing all of this information, Mayani can efficiently connect farmers with consumers, reduce waste, and help ensure farmers sell their produce at a fair market prices.
So for our next slide, we have here an example of risk or challenges of using database. First, we have privacy risk. Second is security threats. Third is data accuracy. Fourth is high cost. And for our last one is maintenance and update. So let's start with privacy risk. Privacy risk, personal and financially information can be leaked. Someone may get an access to their earnings or farm record without any permission. Next is security threats. Hackers can try to steal or change important information. If hacker change the prediction, it could mislead the farmers. And for our next one is data accuracy. If the data is wrong or incomplete, it can lead to a bad decision. For example, if a soil test data is not correct, farmer may use a wrong fertilizer. So the next one is connectivity issue. Farmers are in rural areas with a weak internet connection, so they can't access a cloud reports. So farmers cannot open their cloud database report if the internet is too weak. And for the high cost, modern database system and cloud service are too expensive. Knowing that small farmers may not afford to buy or maintain them. And for our last one, maintenance and update. Database need irregular updates and proper maintenance to stay accurate and secure. So that's for the example of risk or challenges of using database.
And again, we are Group Grow a Garden. Our members are Balangitan Samuel Joshua, Taguinod Joshlyn Yashua, De La Torre Ray, and Ramos Moriel Kylie. Thank you.